dealing with my health. What happened?
All right.
What happened?
It was some Goodio shit going on, man. It was some Goodio shit. It was some Goodio stuff, man. So, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Where Jamie Foxx at, man?
Oh no, I need to give myself a Jamie Foxx for real. Nah, but we good. We good. It's your boy DGratest from South Central. We got Younger Brother here on Chop It Up Live, man. We live on YouTube and we live on Facebook, but we tried to go live on Mixcloud and that didn't work. That was the bubble. That was the bubble up right there, man. For real. We're gonna chop it up, man. Chop it up. Go ahead again, Jungle, man. We checking in with each other. Once again, we made it to this Friday, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and begin this segment off, man. And we just talking that talk, man. Go ahead and check in with your boy, man, for real.
Yeah, like I said, man, dealing with health issues, man. For some reason, man, I've been gaining tons of weight and been trying to isolate it.
Mm-hmm.
Going back and forth with my doctors is like, cause I don't eat that much, but this medicine you have me on, it just got me dealing with a whole bunch of side effects and everything.
Right.
I think I isolated it, and I think I put a cork in the weight gain, but time will tell. Ain't gonna be no one day fix. So
Well,
that's what
have you obvious you brought this situation to your doctor. And what has they I'm asking, have you brought it to your doctor?
it's like I went in front of my doctor. I said, Doc, if you're gonna tell me I just need to lose weight, I need to exercise, I'm gonna go find me another doctor. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find me another doctor. That's plain and simple. Because there's plenty of people in this world who don't work out and they ain't gaining 12 pounds a year. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm gaining 20, 25 pounds a year. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been on this blood pressure medicine since 2012. And since I've been on this blood pressure medicine since 2012, I've gained 200 pounds.
Wow.
Well, what have you been doing? Other doc, listen here, doc. You talking about I need to walk, I need to do that. I can't even damn stand. I can't even stand up for 15 seconds. So how the hell I'm gonna walk and I can't even stand? As soon as I stand up, I got a sharp pain in my lower back, a sharp pain in my left leg. You know what I'm saying? Like I got hit by thunder. It's a damn medicine. So I told her I ain't taking this medicine no more. The woman argued me down. She ain't say, well, we got this program you could go on. I'm gonna she was like, well, what about this medicine? I said, hell no. I took that 5 years ago and they had the whole room spinning. I'm not taking that.
So
what about
in other words,
it's like we was in the candy store and she was offering me different type of candies to grade.
Right. She's trying to get you off of one medicine and put you on another.
Exactly.
Not giving you ideas of different methods of trying to get healthy other than keeping you on some type of medication.
So she recommended this one medicine, right? And I said, is a side effect weight gain? She was like, yeah. I don't want to be on that. So I researched the medicine, man. I did a deep dive into the medicine. It's a beta blocker. They got me on a beta blocker. You know what a beta blocker is, DeGrate?
I really don't know, sir. Educate me.
Beta blocker, it stops your heart.
Mm.
It stops your heart. It slows it down to where it don't pump a lot of blood.
Uh-huh.
So if it ain't pumping a lot of blood, it lowers your blood pressure.
Got you.
But so you saying, okay, cool. They got me on this blood pressure medicine and it's lowering my blood pressure medicine, but guess what? I'm not getting the oxygen. It's not going down to my legs. It's not going down to my feet. And damn sure ain't going to my brain. Why think I ain't been doing the shows? I don't have no creative function because I'm not getting oxygen throughout my brain. And I don't want to talk about going to the bathroom and what I'm dealing with.
Damn. What's the name of the did you write the name of the medication down?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna put it on the air.
Okay,
I ain't gonna say it out loud.
Okay, just send it to me because I'm trying to see if I'm taking the same thing. You know, I'm on like all kind of medications myself. You know, I've been on high blood pressure medicine since I was 26. You know, for what I can remember. You know, and that runs in my family. You feel me? You know,
It's like gummy bears. They got a whole smorgasbord of high blood pressure medicine, and it just depends on which one is good for you. It comes in a pack of 12, and one works good with somebody, and the other one works good with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I got a red blood type. I'm A negative. Not too many people are A negative. You know what I'm saying? So you prescribing me a drug that's really for O positive, O negative.
mm,
And when I first started taking the blood pressure medicine, I was healthy. So
right.
my body was fighting the side effects. But after 13, 14 years, it has given up. I can't even stand. I walk with a cane. I really need crutches. So I really started um, researching the medicine. And then once I started doing that, I said, God, I prayed. I said, God, man, give me clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is perceptude to open your brain up for ideas. Give me
Okay.
clairvoyance. Give me recognize stuff that and process it. I've been praying for that. And so it came to me one day, DeGrate,
Uh-huh.
what foods can I eat with this medicine? And all the food I like is a red flag with the medicine.
Right. Big time red flag.
They got me on this one medicine. I ain't gonna say the name,
Okay.
DeGrate. What it do is it blocks your body from releasing potassium. And so guess what? The foods that's high in potassium: bananas,
Mm,
sweet potatoes,
mm,
lettuce, spinach, you know, um, a whole lot of stuff I've been eating that I like. So when your body got too much potassium, you get hypertension, some type of hyper word, and it makes you extremely fatigued. And that's where I've been all these years. My body been high on potassium. I have
uh-huh.
no energy. I'm borderline about to catch a stroke. And the reason why I ain't catch a stroke, because they had me on blood thinner.
Damn.
And they got me on this beta blocker that's been pumping my heart, but they ain't pumping that. So what it is, what all they doing is they not treating it. The medicine has made me worse, and they
Right.
make a fortune off of it. Yep,
Exactly.
I went to Dr. DeGrate Tuesday. My copay is $50. $50 is 20% is what they're gonna charge the healthcare provider. 20%. That's $50.
Mm.
They wanted me to come next week. I got to space it out 30 days. So why you can't come next week? I don't got $50 damn keep giving y'all. So
Yeah,
you tell me to walk around and lose weight.
that's all they gonna do. They don't, and now doctors don't even. You know how when we was young, the doctors kind of like examine your body, touch you, and see what's going on. They just look at you and just tell you and read the notes from the last doctor that wrote some bullshit, and they go from there. You know what I mean? They want to look at your history. They want to look at all the shit that the doctors have put in the system, and then take it from there. Because doctors change. The next doctor you see is gonna be somebody different. You're not gonna see the same doctor all the time. I don't think so. You know what I mean? Unless you just have a primary doctor. But most doctors, you know, if you don't have a primary, you're gonna see a different doctor every time. And that's what happened to me. I was going to years ago. I was going to the county hospital. This one I didn't have no medical insurance, you know, and my blood pressure was sky high, eyes red. I got migraines, headaches, and I'm going to the doctors at the county. You know, first you got to wait 17 hours just to see a doctor. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna take everybody else that got gunshot wounds or whatever before they see you. I get that. You know what I mean? But they give you some medication. They scrabble something on a notepad, and then when you go back, the doctor can't even read the bullshit that the motherfucker scribbling on the notepad. Now they reevaluating you over again, putting you on some crazy ass medication. It was crazy. They gave me some medication, bro, and I had a side effect where my gums were fucking swelling up and bleeding. You know what I mean? That's weird. So from that point on, I said, I need to give me some real medical insurance. Going to these fixer doctors at these county hospitals was not working. You know, and I've been a Kaiser ever since, man. And I've been with my doctor for a long time. So he's been taking care of me, you know what I mean, the best I can. And, you know, I'm on, like I said, I'm on blood pressure medicine and cholesterol, you know, and I try to be diligent towards, you know, taking that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm gonna pray for you on that, man. But so what's the what's the plan? You know what I mean? What have God foresight in you that what you need to do, or what have you feel like that's the road that you need to go down right now?
Well, at this point, I got to take the medicine. Because I got to take the medicine. So the next step is eating the right foods with the medicine.
Uh-huh.
And then I got surgery. I got surgery coming up to grade.
Okay.
A lot of people my size is like the mortality rate on that surgery degree is 25%. About 3 out of 4 people died during that surgery. And so I'm getting my stuff in order to grade, getting my paperwork in order because I think it's like I'm at the critical moment right now.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see no 500-pound 70-year-old men. You don't see no 500-pound 60-year-old men. You know what I'm saying? So the clock is ticking for me. So either I got to figure this out, or I'm about to check out.
Wow. This surgery, I know you had to, you kind of explained the pros and cons. Is this the only thing that you can do regarding towards getting back healthy, or that you did your research on? You like, F it, I have to do it. You know, I'm gonna just take my chance.
Still researching it. I talked to my doctor the other day, and right now, this the route. But I ain't gonna take her word for it. I still been researching, and right now, everything's on track for me to take it. To be honest with you, do great. You know, I used to do political shows,
Yeah.
right? And I used to talk about how the man, this, that, and the other. And I think, you know, I got on somebody's list. I got on somebody's list, and this their way of taking me out without wasting a bullet. But I I ain't gonna just let them take me out like this. They're gonna use a bullet on me. So I'm gonna fight it, but I just gotta dig deep, like Uncle Mike would say. when
Mm-hmm.
we need 7 books and we looking at our hand and we only got 4 books, you know. You gotta dig deep, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta
So man,
dig.
I'm digging deep right now, the great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I got my camera on, you know what I'm saying? Because, I knew I was gaining a lot of weight, and I wasn't proud of the way I looked. So I have my camera on, right? Fuck. And I'm telling how
Right.
long I'm gonna be here. Don't turn the camera on. Let y'all see
Right.
me on my greatness. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I just got my shirt on, the great. If you want me to stand up, show everybody how free minded I am, I can go ahead and stand up.
I don't think I don't think we don't need you to model for us this morning, man. For
I
real.
can go ahead and stand up, show everybody how free minded
I
I
mean,
am.
you good, said you good, bro. We get it. We got it. I mean, we got it, man. But that's good. That's hey, bro. First of all, all bullshit aside, man. We continue to pray for you, man. I know you've been through a lot over the last month, 2 months, a long time. And you don't really speak about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Pretty much private person with your personal business and stuff, and but you shared some things with me, and this is a good segue. This is a good segue to Uncle Mike. You know what I mean? You shared Uncle Mike with me. You know what I mean? And I was blessed to interact with your uncle, bro. You know what I mean? And uh, let's talk about the life lessons that you learned from Uncle Mike, and then we can segue into the service and all that, man. You still got the floor, sir. Go ahead.
Well, Uncle Mike been my day one, and Uncle Mike is my mother's younger brother. And my mom, she was a teenage mom, right? So when my mom had me, Pam, and my older brother Darren,
Mm-hmm.
she was still in school. And so my aunt, rest her soul, and my uncle Mike, rest his soul, they would take turns babysitting us, right? Now I'm a year old, Darren 3 years old, Pam 5. And my mom had to go to night school, right? So we need a babysitter at night. So anyway, so when we get a knock on the door around 7 p.m., it's either gonna be Marie, my aunt, or my uncle Mike.
Right.
Now, if it's Marie on the other side of that door, we going to bed 7:45, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? As soon as she get in the door, we gotta take a bath. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? My mom feed her before she go to school. So we're gonna take a bath and we're gonna hightail in that bed.
He's
And,
taking your
and
bed.
and before we go to bed, we gotta make sure that room clean.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? We gotta clean up everything, put all the toys away, everything. Now, if that's Uncle Mike on the other side of that door,
Mm.
oh, we staying up. We watch Johnny Carson. We staying we staying up till the TV go off where they
Right.
show ended. So when we can't see no more programs, that's when it's time for us to go to bed. You know how when you remember great around 11:30 midnight, they'll show the little screen, the blank screen, and they start playing the national anthem.
With that
That's
flag.
when, that's when we go to bed. You know what I'm saying? That's when we go to bed with Uncle Mike babysitting us. So we had that connection since I was 1 year old. Every time I see Uncle Mike, I knew I knew I'm going something good about to happen in my life since I was 1 year old. Um, when I was like 9, 10 years old, Uncle Mike he broke his leg because he would ride on the back of the city bus. You know
Mm-hmm.
how if you watch Cooley High and you saw how they would jump on the back of the bus, get you a free ride.
Yeah.
They call that bus surfing. Uncle Mike did that when he was about 17, 16, 17 years old, and he fell off the back of the bus and broke his leg. So he got suspended. He went to the hospital, whatever. But long story short, my grandmother said Uncle Mike living too wild. So she sent him down south to live
Okay.
permanently.
Okay.
So the great picture me. It wrecked my world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Right.
go be Uncle Mike babysitting, staying up late, watching Johnny Cochran. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever, getting in a whole bunch of mischief. You know what I'm saying? With some other things. You know, me and Uncle Mike gonna take to our grave and not tell nobody. You know what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying? So, you know, you doing what? I like, where Mike at? Mike going down south. He gonna better live down south. So this picture me boo-hoo crying. And you know, so every time since I was 10 years old, every time I see Uncle Mike, it's Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? And the great, you met Uncle Mike. He didn't know you from a can of paint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't know you from a can of paint, and you saw how y'all got along. That's how he is with everybody.
Man. Very cool dude, man. And he cool dude, respectful. He'll cut you up, but he cut you up in a very respectful way. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Dang. Bro, I know that was. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I don't want to cut in. Go ahead. Finish that.
So just picture what he meant to me in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, Uncle Mike saw me since I was a newborn baby. And not once did he say, "Damn, nephew, you big as hell. You got to gain weight, blah, 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 blah." Every time he see me, we talking about what next cape we about to get into, no matter what my size is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? He asked, how's everything going? I'm dealing with this, that, and other. And then we move on. And we chop it up, talking about sports or whatever. It was never judgmental. I got in trouble at school. My mom tell my aunt. I know my aunt told Uncle Mike. He ain't never asked me. Damn, nephew, I heard you got suspended. What's going on? Ain't never been none of that. Every time for all my 50-something years, I seen Uncle Mike. It was all about good times, partying, and just being smothered with happiness.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I go down and visit. I go down and visit my family. You know, Uncle Mike. I go down and visit my aunt, right? And before I get to my aunt house, I go pick up my uncle. You know what I'm saying? We sit at my aunt house all day, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I take him home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we always talking about sports. We always talking about females. We always talking about anything pleasant. And then is all we ever talked about all my 50-some years to great. Uncle Mike ain't never said, I don't like this person. I don't like this person pissed me off. Uncle Mike ain't never had a bad day his whole life to great. And
Mm.
even if he did, he never told me about it.
Right. Right. He didn't show it.
Right. Now, Uncle Mike, he done some stuff in the past, that wasn't pleasant, and people get on him about it. You know what I'm saying? He had a few DUIs, and he flipped his car, and people criticized him for that. And so, like this one time, I let it be known, you ain't gonna say nothing bad ever about Uncle Mike in front of me. I don't care if you're wrong or right.
Right.
You ain't gonna talk junk about him in front of me. So one time Uncle Mike did something, and they was like, yeah, Bailey did this, Bailey did that. I said, hold on, what? Hold on, wait, what? I don't hear nothing. You ain't gonna talk about him in front of me. I don't care what he did, whatever. You had a conversation with people, but don't have it in front of me. I ain't gonna let you
Right.
talk about it ever. And so, if somebody had anything bad to say about Uncle Mike, they ain't saying it in front of me. I'll crash out for Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike crashed out for me. Uncle
Yeah.
Mike never judged me. And it just, you got two people in your life outside your mom. You got two people in your life that's anchoring you. It's like they gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like people talk about we in a simulation. You know what I'm saying? We're in a simulation of life where anything like it's like a simulation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not real. We like in the third, fourth dimension. Like it's not real. So it's like somebody wrote a code or a program saying make Jungle Brother unhappy.
Right.
So how you make Jungle Brother unhappy, you take away. Okay, say for example, I did a show talking about um they poison in the water, or they talking about black folks, they talking about Barry Bonds, but they ain't say nothing about um Biggio or anybody white. Say if I'm doing a show like that
Okay.
and I'm making sense. And so they say we gotta get rid of this dude. But then there's somebody they have a meeting on me that they're gonna assassinate me. They're like, how can we shut this dude down? How can we shut this dude down? Well, let's make him suffer. Let's take his mom, let's take his favorite aunt, his
Mm.
favorite two aunts, and let's take Uncle Mike. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah. That's
I'm at
wild.
this point, the great. I'm at this point, man. It's like I'm done. It's like you can't hurt me no more, man. You done took my mom, you took my two aunts, and you done took Uncle Mike. It's like
Mm.
if I flatline, you doing me a favor. Basically, you doing me a favor, man, because you can't hurt me no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can take Buttercup away, and you can take a few people away, but it's like I'm numb now. The great, I'm numb. You know what I'm saying? It's like you already put me in an electric. You already put me in an electric chair, so it ain't much. It's like half of me already gone. The great, put it that way.
How do you, from all that you have been telling us over the last years, I know you've been through a lot. How do you cope with it, bro? What is your piece to really to get your mental on a stable level, or has it been on a stable level? You know what I mean? What's your remedy of dealing with some of the things that you're facing, such as your health, such as the lost ones that you have lost? You know what I mean? How do younger brother, like, get into his zone of just feeling like, trying to make yourself feel good? You feel me?
I was asking myself that same question during his funeral. You know, when people come up there and they're doing the eulogy, and I was like, Lord, man, you just going to take me with him. Take me with him. I'll be having thoughts like that. Take me with him. But like, what about Buttercup? She's still here. You know, what about Pam? What about Sean? What about Finch? What about Jawan? What about Krista? What about Najee? What about Nas? What about Bullfrog? You know what I'm saying? What about all the people, my ROTC buddies, Klein, Stevenson, Potter, my Marine Corps buddies, Neil, Stevenson? You still got them. You know what I'm saying? You still got them.
Yeah.
So I know you want to check out because Uncle Mike gone, but you still got other people. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna look out for Buttercup if you gone? What about her mental if you gone? She done lost her mom. She done lost her dad. She done lost all her uncles, all her aunts. She ain't talking about crashing out like you crashing out.
Right.
And if she did, she ain't talking to me about it. So I'm still here, man, and I gotta figure out, man. I gotta find a way to get off this medicine, and I gotta find a way to get active, despite them giving me drugs that make me inactive.
Yeah.
I gotta fight it
Yeah.
somehow, some way.
Yeah. Somehow, some way, man. And that thinking, I mean, I hear you. And I'm glad that you're not acting on anything that's gonna put your loved ones in a situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With that and moving forward, you have to find a way to feel good about something, despite all things. Because I keep saying this: the older we get, bro, the older we get, a lot of people's going to transition on, man, and we're gonna have to hold on to what we have. You know, all the people that you named, all the people that's in your life right now, they need you here, but you also need to feel good about yourself. You know what I mean? And you got to start the process of that feel good movement, bro. Such as the medication situation, such as some type of activity that's going to start the process. And you're already doing your research, such as what foods can you eat, what foods you cannot eat. You know what I mean? It's things that we're gonna have to. And when I speak these things to you, I'm also speaking to myself. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to do things to make ourselves feel better, bro. To be here longer. You got a wife. I got a wife. I got kids, grandkids. You know what? It's funny that we're talking about that, and I don't want to put a dark cloud on anything that we're talking about right now. But we chop it up. This is life. This is life. 57 years old, bro, and like you get on Facebook or social media and somebody's passing away, somebody gone this way, somebody gone, and then it makes you think about yourself. Like, wow, when is your time? You know what I mean? And you have to really, like you said, get your house in order. Get that relationship with God, in line with Him. So and I said this other day on my other show. So we can, if anything happens, we want to get into this is the pregame. We want to get to the game when it's all said and done. You don't want to be left out. You feel me? I hope that makes sense to anybody. You know what I mean? But it's real, man. It's real. So I went to the doctor the other day myself, because I have this pain in my side, bro. And shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. We had a lot of people chiming in. We really do appreciate you guys tapping in with us today on this Friday. And I thought it was my kidneys on my left side. I thought it was my kidneys, and I went there before to get it checked out, and they said it wasn't. It was like a strained muscle, or whatever the case may be. So every time I drink non-water, like a soda or some juice or whatever, I feel funny on that side. You know what I mean? So I went in, and it's funny. I saw the same doctor that I saw the last time I was there, which was good. You know what I mean? Wasn't a different doctor, it was the same doctor. I told her, I remember you. You wanted to tell me about whatever, you know what I mean? And so I took all the tests and stuff, you know what I mean? And she said she had some good news. It wasn't my kidney, thank God. It was just a pain I was having, like, I don't know, it was a pull muscle or whatever the case. I kind of figured, I put one and two together. Like when I drive, I kind of lean, put all my weight on one side and push it against the armrest. So I think that's what it is. So I try to keep my posture straight instead of just putting all my weight on one side. That's my theory, what it is. So I have to check myself when I'm driving to not to do that. You know what I mean? But it brought awareness to myself, like, bro, you need to, get your shit together. You know what I mean? I went to a physical therapy on Monday, physical therapist on Monday. And he basically was like, what are you here for? You know what I mean? What are you here for? I said, I'm just trying to get healthy, man. I've been trying to get healthy for the last 25 years. You feel me? And so he gave me some exercise I need to do, strengthen up my core. You know, my goal is to lose like around 50 pounds just to get that extra weight off me because I had back surgery in 2017. You know, my frame and this gut is not, you know, it puts a lot of pressure on your body. You know what I mean? We can't carry it around like that all the time. You know what I mean? It put a lot of stress on my back, put a lot of sciatica pain in my legs and all that stuff, even after the surgery. I've still been dealing with pain even after the surgery. So was the surgery a success? It is what it is. You know, you have to try things. You know, I mean, like you said, you was talking about surgery for yourself. You know, I mean, I pray everything works out for you with that. Big time prayers for you on that one, man, for real. Because I kind of understand what you're talking about. We'll talk off air about, you know, the breakdown, whatever, if you choose to. But yeah, man. So that I got he told me to order a little stationary sit down little tricycle thing, like you can move your legs, sit down and do the wheels or whatever right now. But I'm gonna start back walking, man. Going back to the gym. I've been paying for a gym membership all year. Ain't been but a couple of times. You know what I mean? You can't do that. We got to find time to get. If you want to be here longer, we got to find time to make ourselves healthy to be here longer. You know what I mean? And that's the goal, man. That's what I'm trying to do. And I pray that you will find a way to make it happen because we need you, bro. We need you here. All the people that you mentioned earlier, they need you. Your sisters, your nephews, all your family members and friends, they need you here, man. You know, and you already know that when you feeling like you need to chop it up, talk, you know who to call. You got people that's there for you, man.
You mean I know who ain't gonna send me the voicemail?
Come on, man.
What you meant, right?
Come on, man. Don't get to Jamie Foxx early this afternoon. What time is it over there?
I'm just saying, you know, who I know ain't gonna send me the voicemail. Damn, crying jungle calling. He gonna cry about Uncle Mike. Yeah, let me send that joker the voicemail.
Nah, man. We don't do you like that, man. We don't do you like that, bro. Man, shoot. You live with us on Facebook and YouTube, man. Chop It Up Live with Jungle Brother and DGratest, man. You know, we collaborating together just to bring you some life. And we're going to talk about some sports too, man. You know what I mean? Sports is part of our life. It's part of our happiness that get us through. Sports, music, movies, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Anything that anybody want to talk about, you know, you can put it in the chat room. We'll try to touch on it. You know, y'all welcome to put your ideas and stuff. We got a lot of people in the chat room, man, that came through. Let me give a little announcement. Let me show them some love real quick, if you don't mind, man. Give us time, a little break. Show some love to the people that came in the chat room. We got Nisa, we got D, we got Shocky, we got Ben BS3, RC in the building. We got my cousin Julius, we got DJ Mukadeen. We got my cousin Donna. We got my auntie Hattie. My auntie Hattie is watching me. Hey, auntie, hope to see you soon. We got Miss Mocha Bella in the building. We got DJ Mad Knox, DJ Chuck. We got Poetic Sin. She just had a show earlier, man. For real. That Ninja chimed in. What up, That Ninja? Fly Tie. We got Camille. We got DJ King Wario just chimed in, man. For real. We're gonna give him a round of applause. Yeah. You got my boy Cuff in the building. What up, Cuff, man? My Dallas Cowboy star status in the building. What's going on, Cuff? How you doing, sir? You and the family, man. For real. Man. I also this week, bro, I was on TikTok and I was that's my auntie Hattie Washington, man. That's my mom's baby sister right there, man. For real.
She look like BB a little bit.
They all look. Oh, shout out to my sister, man. Today's her birthday, man.
Happy birthday, BB. Happy birthday, BB.
Hey, bro. Hey, fall back.
Yes, happy birthday, BB.
First time you smiled the whole damn show, man. Fall back.
Love me, BB.
You know what? Fall back. Hey, this week, bro, I was dealing with a situation, man. I finally feel better. I was feeling sick all week, man, and fucked around, man, and had a stomach flu. I don't know where this shit came from. My grandkid, I think I got it from my grandson over the weekend because his stomach was hurting last week. And I went over there, you know, play with the grandkids. That's what Papa do, you know what I mean? So, man, I was driving. If you anybody that don't want to hear what I got to say, go ahead and get off the air right now. I was driving, man, and you know how when it's cooking, I'm gonna try to keep it clean as much as possible. When it's cooking, some people call it the bubble guts. I call it when it's cooking. And you like, should I continue to go on to my destination, or should I take myself home and just stay at the house? So I had to make an executive decision, bro. I said, you know what? All money ain't good money. Let me go home, bro. And it was Tuesday, bro. Oh man, that whole Tuesday night, I was every hour in the restroom. I know that sounds kind of gross, but we family. I was toe up, bro, and it was just nothing but fluid just coming out, man. I was like, damn, what is it? I thought it was food poison, but I'm gonna blame my grandkids for giving me this damn stomach flu. Now my daughter, she's kind of sick. She just calling me. She's kind of sick too. So it was crazy, man. I went and got some ginger ale and some Pepto-Bismol, and I haven't really been eating. So I don't know. Somebody told me what's doing your body is flushing all that bad stuff out your system. You know what I mean? So which is a good thing, because you know I got to get together, man. Because then I went to work yesterday. So I'm thinking I'm cool. I missed one day at work. I went to work yesterday, bro, and it started cooking again, bro. I was like, oh, I thought I was done with this. It started cooking again. And you know how you go to work, you like, man, I hate using the restroom at work. So I'm gonna leave work and I'm gonna just go home. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to be on the traffic on the freeway, stuck in traffic, and it really start cooking to boiling. I didn't want that to happen. I know that sounds kind of gross, but I said, you know what? Whoever in this restroom when I come off in here, that's my bad. That's on you. So man, I had to do what I had to do, you know what I mean? And I got up out of there. But it's crazy. I know this is kind of gross, but it's crazy. I see Poetic with the eyes. It's crazy. How can I say this? How can I say this? We as people of color, when somebody else is using the restroom, we'll walk in and we'll walk right back out. We're like, all right, we're going to give you your time. We're going to give you your time. Bro, it was people coming in there, getting into the next stall, just telling they felt like, dang, what? I had to get up out of there, bro. And I go in there with the wipes, with the spray and all that, because I'm just really low key. Like, I ain't trying to blow up the place, you know. Man, I was in there washing my hands, and old boy was in there doing his thing. I'm like, God, dog. It was terrible, man. I know this is line stepping, but it's just real life, man. And some of y'all act like y'all don't know y'all been in those situations. You're lying. You're lying. You can give me those eyes and you can look at me crazy, but you're lying. Everybody in life had a situation where it was cooking, and you had to make a decision. You had to make a decision, and I hope you made the right decision, because some people didn't make the right decisions and took it to the next level and got caught up. I know. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let that go, man. But I feel better today, man. I feel better today. King Rose, I know the feeling, man. For real, man. So, you know, I don't know if you ever been in a situation like that, sir, but your boy has, man.
I have.
Your boy. Oh man. You know what else I was thinking about today? Like I said, I was watching TikTok and I saw this lady was talking about retirement, bro. What is the age that most people retire? What, 65? They say 65?
65. Or some do it at 62.
That's the number.
Yeah, 62, 65. Yeah. Like my mom, rest her soul, She retired at 62, and she had to wait 3 years before she started getting that check.
So she retired at 62,
Mm-hmm.
but she had to wait to 65 to get the money?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Damn. 62.
Ass bag.
Huh?
Crown holder said you need an ass bag.
Yeah. Crowd holder, man. Yeah, crowd holder, man. Long as crowd holder laughing, cracking jokes, and I know he doing all right. You know what I mean? So I'm good. 62 is the number the lady was talking about. She was breaking it down and doing all this stuff. And I said, I'm 57, 60. That's 5 more years, bro. So anybody tell me what's your 5-year plan? My 5-year plan is to retire, bro. Don't know how it's gonna happen. I just put it in God's hands because I'm really tired of listening to people telling me what to do or just being under the thumb of somebody else. You know what I mean? Just being under the thumb of somebody else. So I've been thinking about that, and now I'm trying to work on a plan B, C, and D to after, when I'm finally said and done with working for other people, I want to try to generate some money coming in for myself some type of way. And that's going to have to be a team effort, man. So I'm going to try to do that. Mocha Bella said, Poe, I wouldn't told that story. Hey, see, Mocha, you probably were a person that was in that situation too. You know what I mean? I know you was probably what you do, hey Mocha. So when you in your police car, on a stakeout like you Starsky and Hutch, you know what I mean? And when it be cooking, what do? You punt, y'all just take your police car home and you go handle your business, or you go to the local Denny's and go ahead and take a squat. You know what I mean? Quit trying to act all boozy. Some of y'all be trying to act boozy. I'm keeping it 100. I wouldn't told that story. I told the story. You know what I mean? I told the story. So back up. Get off me, Mocha, before you get to Jamie Foxx for real. You know what I mean? People trying to clown, man. Jungle, it ain't funny you laughing at these people laughing at me. Man, I thought you was on my team, sir.
I thought when you told me your gastric VD story, I thought I think you make it public.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
I was shocked.
Fuck you.
I don't have VD, bro.
I didn't say VD. I said gastric VD.
Whatever. As long as I hear the word VD, man, you know what I mean? That ain't cool. That's the H rap thing for real. Not
Some people call it GG. You know what GG stands for?
What it stands for, sir?
Gastric gonorrhea.
Oh, stupid, man. Stupid. This is a Chief Rock. DJ 12 said this is a Chief Rocker story. It sounds like something Chief Rocker was put out there.
Yeah, throw a midget in there. Yeah. Yeah. He had to go to the bathroom. A midget came next door. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, oh boy came in. It is funny because be like, damn, they see my shoes. They gonna know. Oh shit! And I'm looking at dude's shoes. I say, yeah, you snitch on me, I'm snitching on you too, sir. Yeah. DJ 12 said retirement depends on your job. You can begin collecting Social Security at 62. Okay. All right, man. It depends. I guess it depends on how long you've been at your job too. You know what I mean? So, man, what's going on? I see TC is in the building. What's going on, TC? And Knox over there laughing. Knox laughing at everybody. So Knox, as long as Knox is laughing, we good, man.
Yeah,
hey, man, give me your thoughts on the Final Four that just passed us this past weekend and on Monday, man. Let's start with the men. I don't know if was you into it. I really wasn't into it. It got kind of interesting when the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 kicked in. But I really wasn't up on these teams. I know Houston had a good team all year. Duke was in the top 5. They was on the Cooper Flag dude. I think he's coming back for another year. He's not going to the NBA. I don't know if that was a good decision for him, but you know, some people families is already set. Well, they don't need the money right now, you know. Plus they getting a whole lot of money from the NIL, so you know, but ain't nothing like NBA money when you go as a freshman, you know what I mean? What do you think about the Final Four or the tournament with the men? Then we're gonna talk about the women because I saw some stuff, some shady shit that was going down.
Well, I wanted Auburn and Houston to make it to the finals, of course, you know what I'm saying? I wanted all melanated the final, you know, with Auburn with a black coach, Houston with a black coach, you know, so that's what I was banking on. And if you look at it, Houston and Auburn, they lost to Florida the exact same way. Up by 9, up by 10. You know what I'm saying? Some say the ref start blowing the whistle. You know what I'm saying? Like in both games, the ref start blowing the whistle. Um, Key players on both squads, Auburn and Houston, got in foul trouble. But let's fast forward to that last play. Right now, I don't know. Some of y'all might have seen that the coaching staff at Houston told them, "Hey, they flying at every shot. Give them a pump fake, because you know Florida had blocked 2 or 3 shot 3-pointers in that second half.
Right.
So all you gotta do is give them a pump fake, and you're gonna have a clear look." Well, DJ Chuck, help me out with a boy name. Uh, he was gonna pump fake, and he did pump fake,
He
but his
did.
problem was he left his feet.
Left his feet. Yeah. Yeah.
He left his feet trying to pump fake. Now give Florida credit. Florida double team Crier. You know what I'm saying? Crier. He had that bounce all game. You could tell he a gym rat. He felt it. He was feeling it. So they did right to get the ball out of his hands. But the guy he gave it to,
Yeah.
ready
Yeah.
for that moment.
Yeah.
He
The
was ready
guy,
for that moment.
I don't even, not to cut you off, I don't know, was he don't seem like he was a jump shooter anyway. He looked like somebody that was down low. I don't know too much about Houston, but I know Crier, I think he made a bad decision I think he should have took the shot. When they got him in the corner, I wish I could pull it. I will pull it up, but then I want them blocking, so I ain't gonna do it, you know, because you know I have a history of pulling up videos on YouTube and then they end up cutting my stuff off, you know what I mean? But he went over to the court and old boy came out on him and he shot the ball to old dude that was open. But if he would have stepped back and dribbled around him and took and got it, I think he could have got a shot off, man. And plus, you the leader. You want your best shooter to take that last shot. I think he was the best shooter on that squad, but he gave it up. It's just like when the time was ticking, to me, I think he kind of folded and gave it up, man. And they got caught up in that situation, bro. I was like, man, that was bad. It was a close game because Houston was they gave it up, man. Because Florida came back. They had plus Clayton he started balling in the second half, but they had him on lockdown that first half, and they should have just kept their foot on the pedal. But turnovers and fouls and referees, you know, all that stuff came into play with them, man, and they messed them up. Knox said, "This what happens when gambling gets involved in sports." Ooh, got a good point right there, sir. Yeah, so. I know everybody. The way Houston lost is the same way they won when they beat Duke, because they came back and shut them down in the second half in that last 5 minutes and took the game over. You know, and they tried to make.
That was number karma the great. You know what I'm saying? That's number karma. You know what I'm saying? When you get on the wrong side of karma the great, you know this. Watching your Trojans and your Cowboys. You know, when you get on the wrong side of karma the great, what karma do? Get that shot out of here. Get that shot out of here. You know,
Right.
karma starts swatting your shots the great. You know that. Every time Dallas get down to the 4th and 1 and they get stuffed, you know, karma, you know, say stop that. And that's what happened to Duke.
So
All that cheating, all that paying players before NIL. This is their karma, DeGray. How they cheated against North Carolina
Whoa,
in the
whoa, whoa.
ACC championship. It's their karma, DeGray. Shout out to my North Carolina Tar Heels. It's their
Man.
karma, DeGray. You know this. Look at USC and Juju going down. It's called karma, DeGray. Give them
Whoa, whoa.
other side
Don't
karma.
talk about the great Juju. Never talk about the great Juju, man. You need to apologize to Juju right now, sir.
The future Mrs. Juju Daniels. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She the one that put the karma on Juju at the game. That was kind of weird when she came and sat between them, man. For real.
The next day, the next day she go out with an injury. You know, the next day.
Juju, man. Hey, and it's funny. I'm gonna transition over to the women. Those two freshmen that was balling in the tournament, they left. And you got the big girl. I think her name was Kiki. She's going to the WNBA. The one that came from Stanford that helped her out. But then I heard they got somebody coming from South Carolina. Is transferring over to USC. You know, and I don't know if Juju gonna be ready for the year. She might not even be ready to come back for a whole year. So she might be out the whole.
She should be back. The way they got technology these days, she should be back, man.
Yeah, she got LA on lock, man. LA, they support Juju because she's homegrown and her grandfather's Ted Watkins, very famous person out here in the city, man. Did great things for the community, man. So she stayed in the hood. She stayed in the community, man, for real. So shout out to Juju. Hope everything works out for her.
And congratulations to Mocha Bella and her Florida. And she happy somebody from Florida won. Cause outside of the Florida Gators degree, how far we got to go back to somebody in Florida win a chip? How long?
I can't even
outside the Gators, it been decades, right? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mocha. She celebrates somebody in Florida winning the chip, man. Congratulations.
The Florida Gators won it back to back. What? How many years ago? 20 years ago, something like that.
07. They won in 07. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
they had a squad.
18, that's 18 years. You know, Bronny wasn't even born. Was Bronny born? Bronny James wasn't even born. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. LeBron was in high school driving a Hummer. You know what I mean? So yeah. What do you think about how they put Paige Beckers on top of the mountain? They were just riding her coattail like she was the next big thing. Give me your thoughts about that, because that's all I was hearing, man. ESPN and all these other shows, and they were just riding on her. You know, she's from Connecticut, so she's up in the East Coast where they at. So they were just pulling for her low key. They didn't try to act like they were. They were just pulling for her, like she was like she was hurt. She needed to get she wanted to try to get a title before she leave the school. Blah 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 blah. You know, what's your thoughts about that? Them winning, beating South Carolina, and your thoughts about Don Staley, how she was catching a whole lot of shade because she wasn't, quote unquote, they say she didn't show good sportsmanship, you know, after they lost or whatever the case may be. Give me your thoughts about that.
well, I'm glad you asked. And I hope you don't mind me talking in metaphors.
Go ahead.
Sports today, degree, is like Thanksgiving dinner, right? People look at Thanksgiving groceries differently. You know what I'm saying? And so you got ESPN. ESPN loves pumpkin pie. So they're going to highlight pumpkin pie. Every time they say something good, they're going to talk about pumpkin pie. And I'm talking metaphorically. Some certain athletes, when they got that look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get highlighted. And that's what ESPN going to do. They're going to highlight them. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, they said Caitlin Clark is the reason why everybody was tuning in. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I was tuning in for Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? I was tuning in for Angel Reese.
Right.
But when you got them shopping for the groceries, they gonna have nothing but pumpkin pie, cranberry. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Mashed
Raisins and
potatoes.
potatoes.
Yeah, raisins and potato salad. You know what I'm saying? They gonna highlight that, and they gonna leave Sports Center with it. They gonna poo poo sweet potato pie. They gonna poo poo mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? They gonna poo poo that yam. You know what I'm
Yams,
saying? That's what they gonna
green.
do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And what's the second question you asked me?
Yeah, how they I was reading a whole lot of comments and shade thrown at Dawn Staley because of her reaction of losing and her reaction when how the coaches meet at the half court line and whatever. She kind of they say she didn't look him in the eye when she shook his hand, blah blah blah. Like, I'm like, fall back, man. She just lost. You know what I mean? What's she supposed to do? Be happy? You feel me?
I'm glad you mentioned it, great, because when Hubert Davis beat Coach K in Durham on Coach K night, and Coach K was on the sideline crying because Carolina was up 17 with 30 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? And he went ahead and took the starters out. He was crying. When after the game, he barely even looked at Hubert Davis when he shook his hand. His assistant coach didn't even look at Hubert Davis. Walked right past him. Nobody said anything about that. You know what I'm saying? So the great, this is what they get back. Dawn Staley won 2 championships in a row. So they wanted to say something negative about her. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina won all those games. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been paying attention because I had other stuff going on. But guess what? Somehow I know they got beat by 23. Wanna know why? Because they want everybody to know South Carolina lost. I don't know what
Yeah.
I don't know the score of the game, the semifinal game. I don't know that score. I don't know none of Carolina South Carolina games. I don't know their score except the game they lost when I know it. So this they get back to great. And it's BS, but we all know what it is, and we all know what it's there for.
Got you. Good shit right there. Good shit right there, man. I thought UCLA, they've been ranked number 1 the whole year. They didn't come to play when they played UConn. They just got on the roll. I know USC went to UConn and gave them the business when Juju and her squad, and they was trying to they really was pumping that Juju and Becker's matchup, and they was still saying UConn would have got with them. I beg to differ. Juju is something special. She's a different beast. I think when she come back, she's just gonna really just show the world that she is one of the best players, female players on the planet. You know what I mean? And wait till she get to the WNBA where she have more freedom to do what she got to do. And we're not even talking about the Olympic Games that she's going to be playing in the future. So we got a superstar right there in the making, man, for real. So shout out to Juju and shout out to the women, man. You know what I mean? The women been balling. I paid more attention to them this year than I did the men. You know, it was more interesting to me. You know, I saw where on social media where what's old girl name from South Carolina, the guard. I think her last name is Johnson, where her teammate from high school that went to Florida is coming over to South Carolina to join her. Dang, they played together in high school, but now they're gonna be playing together for South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They was a good duo.
Her name escaped me, man. And my AI assistant is downstairs, man. I can look it up real quick, man. But
it's all good. We have it ready next time we get on if we remember this, man. For real. The NBA, man. The last week of the NBA playoff seeding is about to kick in. Your New York Knicks. I think they're the 3rd seed. You know, they trying to.
You know they're the 3rd seed, the great. You already know they're the 3rd seed. Stop playing. You trying to play radio already?
I think they're the 3rd seed. They lose a couple
more.
More
They're
games.
the 3rd seed.
They lose a couple more games. They might fall into the play-in. I don't know. You
They've
know,
been 3rd seed all year, the great.
Oh man, but How you feel about your Knicks, man, going into the playoffs, man? Be real about it. Don't be no fanboy. You know how you do your Giants. This not the Giants. You know what I mean? This is the Knicks.
First of all, to answer Mocha Bella's question, and Mocha Bella's question was, Jungle, do you think the Knicks are the Knicks winning the NBA championship yet? Let's peel back the onion. Okay? Let's peel back the onion. Jalen Brunson, best point guard in the NBA now that Chris Paul is retiring and he about to go make $1 billion in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Best point guard. You know what I'm saying? OG Anunoby. You know what I'm saying? He could guard the 2. He could guard the 3. He could guard the 4 and the 5. Swiss Army knife ain't gonna give you 20 and 8 every night. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the big cat, Karl Anthony Towns.
Soft.
You know what I'm saying? Got Karl Anthony Towns. So the great, we got all the ingredients for a good gumbo. You know what I'm saying? We even got the crackers on the side. You know what I'm saying? We got all the ingredients for a good gumbo to win a championship. The only thing, the great, only question mark is Tibbs. You know, sometimes Tibbs get tight in the playoffs and he go down to a 6-man rotation. We got 9 players, but sometimes Tibbs will only use 6. And guess what? We start getting injuries. So if Tibbs use this big time lineup we have, you know what I'm saying? We will cruise through the first round. And then we got battle Boston in the second round. And guess what? In the last 2 years, the great, Boston have played more games than anybody. They got tired legs. You know what I'm saying? Ella May just had a baby for your boy. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it is, great. When you just have a baby, it takes something out of you. You know, when the mom tired, take care of the baby, the pop always tired. So he gonna they might not have enough gas to get past the Knicks. And if we get past Boston, and I'm saying that with a small I, if we're gonna boat race Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna boat race Cleveland. Because Donovan Mitchell, only one we gotta worry about. Donovan Mitchell. Our front line matches up with Cleveland, the great. LeBron not walking through that door. You know what I'm saying? Larry not walking through that door, the great. Brad Daugherty not walking through that door. We match up well with Cleveland. So all we gotta do is get past Boston.
Come on, my nigga.
And I think LMA took care of that. You know what I'm saying? LMA took care of that.
Man, it sounds good, man, but come on, man. You spent 5 minutes, you know me, introducing your New York Knicks. They played Detroit last night and got beat down on Detroit, man. Detroit is trying to play. Detroit is bringing back the bad boys, you know, man, back to the court. And y'all might end up playing Detroit in the first round.
We talking about playoffs, the great. What we talking about here? We talking about playoffs
too. You're gonna end up playing Detroit. What you gonna do when Detroit come to New York and take your lunch money? You know what I mean? Everybody come to New York and start taking y'all money, man. Come on, man. Cowboys. Hey, the Cowboys come to Giants Stadium, take y'all lunch money. To Detroit gonna come to the Madison Square Garden, take your lunch money. The Dodgers went over there in the World Series and took all your lunch money, and it took your snacks that was in your cabinet, and went in your refrigerator, took your beer, and slapped your girl on the booty when we left out when the Dodgers left out of there, man. So we take lunch money from y'all on the East. We did it. You know what I mean? So Detroit is gonna do what the part of Dodgers did. Go in and take your lunch money, man, for real. Anybody want to debate that? You're free to debate it with us. You know what I mean? But y'all don't beat good teams, man. Y'all lose all this. Y'all beat all the sorry teams and lose all of the good teams, man. For real.
Knicks fan, you know, Knicks fans unite, man. If you a Knicks fan and you still listen to the great Speak This Dribble, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Great. We talking about playoffs here. We ain't talking about no regular season game in April. We're not talking about that. We're not
Y'all,
talking about the regular season game. We getting ready for the playoffs, the great.
y'all not a team that could turn it on and off, man.
Well, why we ain't? Why we ain't?
Okay.
Historically, we've been known to dominate in the playoffs.
Your coach already wearing y'all down to the ground, man. So, you know. Hey, we got applications over here in LA if you want to go ahead and sign this application to be a fan, sir. Come on, man. Come on. The doors of the church is open right now, sir. The doors of the church is open right now. Come on down. Come on down. You saw what we did to OKC the other night. Beat them by 20 plus. Then we played them again back to back, and they kicked my boy Luka out the game. That's how they won that game. And then Luka went and threw in 45 on a back-to-back night. Come on, man.
Let me ask you a question, DeGray.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Do you think the powers that be want LeBron to get anywhere close to Jordan record?
Probably
if
not.
LeBron win, he would have 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they win this year, most likely they're gonna try to 2-peat. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be Luka's first full season with LA.
Mm-hmm. And he gonna get his shit.
If they gonna win in a short season with Luka, they should be the team to beat next year. So do you want the powers to be the one LeBron to equal Jordan record? No. So they get rid of them next year.
What they gonna say is though, and you're a LeBron fan though. What they gonna say is Jordan never lost a championship. That's always gonna be there. You know, they can't take that away from Jordan. Jordan never lost a championship.
It's an asterisk next to Jordan name. It's an asterisk next to Jordan name.
Why?
That game 5 of 1993 Eastern Conference Championship. There's an asterisk for that game right there. Charles Smith got fouled.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? If they call a foul in the Charles Smith game, that's a room right there for the Knicks.
Don't have me pull that up, man, and show the people what happened.
So it's an asterisk on Jordan title. So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Everybody named Mama said that was a foul. Hugh Hollins and Dick Bavetta, they saw it different.
There you go. Another New York fan talking about old stuff again, man. That's what y'all do. That's what the Jersey boys do. Knox, Chief, and you. Y'all always when y'all team ain't doing good, y'all always go back in 1917. Ruth had 17,000 home. Man, come on.
There's somebody in the chat asked about the Knicks. They ain't asked about the Lakers. They ain't asked about the Pistons. They asked about the Knicks. Want to know why?
Why?
Want to know why? Because when it comes to the Mecca of NBA, the New York Knicks are the most valued team in the NBA for a reason. And we really don't got no big time on training facility. Because real estate's at a premium in New York. So we can't even get no state-of-the-art practice facility. You know what I'm saying? So we at a disadvantage to San Antonio, OKC, who got nothing but real estate around the arena to build on. Knicks can't do that. But we still the most valuable team. You know what I'm saying? Officially the great. We ain't won a championship since 1999, 1998.
Whoa. Fall back. Y'all ain't won the championship since the early 70s, man. Y'all barely won that. You feel me? So,
you know what I'm saying? And we still the most valuable team. But hey,
I bet you did, man.
I ain't trying to bog the show down. Mocha Bella asked about the Knicks. That's my take on it.
Okay, she asked about, I think she asked about that because you was talking about, the Florida Gators of the state of Florida ain't really run nothing, you know what I mean? So
what I say wrong about Florida?
You're pretty correct on that. I think that maybe they hockey team. I think their hockey team won something.
Whoa. If we're gonna start including hockey teams, I can talk about my grandmama church won the rec league when they beat Yonkers Baptist Church last week. If we gonna start talking about hockey teams, I can bring up my grandma church winning her rec league.
Hey, you got a good family history in these rec leagues, bro. For real.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna start talking about hockey.
DJ Chuck said Jungle Brother with the Knicks and the Nuggets hang Melo's jersey. Give me your thoughts on Carmelo. I think Carmelo will go in as a Denver Nugget.
I'm trying to think who's ahead of I'm trying to think who's ahead of Melo as far as the jerseys. 33's in the Raptors. That's Patrick Ewing. I think, man, before Melo, they got to put Charles Oakley number up there. Charles Oakley number,
Whoa.
yeah, Charles Oakley number 12. They need to put
Charles Oakley?
Yeah, number 12.
What have Charles Oakley done to get his number retired? No, for real. Quit playing, man.
You playing radio to great. You playing radio to great.
Oh man, Charles Oakley.
Yes, Charles Oakley. How you think?
Hey, listen. The last video footage we have on Charles Oakley, he was getting kicked out the garden because he was talking crap to doing whatever. He kicked him out of his own stadium.
James Dolan, he had a little problem with his side piece. You know what I'm saying? He was on a cycle that week. So that ain't nothing but a blip in history. The great Charles Oakley put in work. If you look at, you ain't gonna do it, but all my Knicks fans, they can relate. Patrick Ewing saw one-on-one coverage a whole lot. Wanna know why? Because they was afraid of Oakley hitting that baby jumper on the baseline. Charles Oakley would kill you down low with a 10-foot jumper, that 15-foot baby shot. You leave him open. You try to double Ewing and leave Charles Oakley open, he'll kill you. Ask Jordan. Ask Pippen about Charles Oakley. Leaving him open.
I guess, bro.
We talking ball, right, DeGray? We talking ball, right?
Yes,
we talking ball or we talking Sports Center? You know what I'm saying? Because Charles Oakley ain't on Sports Center. You know what I'm saying? But you a true Knicks fan, you watch the game, you know what I'm saying? You know Charles Oakley made a killing hitting that baby jumper when they tried to double team Ewing.
The Knicks also had another bruiser. What's this dude, man? The ball
Andy Mason. Andy Mason.
Is he did he pass away?
Yeah, Andy Mason, he died in early 2000.
Oh wow. Man, rest in peace, King, for real. Yeah, I think he put in more work than Charles Oakley.
Well, he played that point forward. You know what I'm saying? He pounded the rock a little bit more. But as far as team leader, Oakley ran that team. Oakley had Ewing back. Jordan cried when they traded Charles Oakley to New York for Cartwright. Jordan loved Oakley. You know what I'm saying? When we played the Davis boys in Indiana, he always shut those Davis boys down. You ain't never heard those Davis boys in Indiana having a good game, did you? You ain't never hear about Karl Malone coming to the Garden and getting 55. You ain't never heard that one. Know why? Oakley shut them down. Name a power forward that ever came to the Garden during the Knicks heyday when they were winning chips. You know what I'm saying? Came to the Garden.
Come on, man. First of all, you keep saying when y'all was winning chips. When y'all wasn't winning no chips, y'all was going to the finals. I think y'all got boat raced by the San Antonio Spurs, and we paid more attention to was it San Antonio or Houston? One of those two. Anyway, we was paying more attention to the OJ trial and the OJ chase than we did the damn basketball game. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all didn't win y'all won a chip. Y'all only got I don't know how many championships y'all got, but only one that I can remember is the one y'all got against the Lakers in the early 70s, man. And y'all got lucky on that one. You feel me? So stop leading the people the wrong way. You better than that, Jungle. You better than that, sir.
I'm not.
You better than that, man.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, man. Yes, you are. Oh man. Hey, you chopping it up with Jungle Brother and DGratest, man, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, man. We appreciate everybody just tapping in, interacting with us, man. This is something we're gonna try to do every other week, man. You know, when I have time to get it in, to crank up the Gudio to get this thing going on, man. And if you have any questions or you have anything you want to ask, because you can put it in the chat room or you go ahead and text me and we can get it in. Shout out to Kesey. I see you, Kesey. Tap it in. X Squad affiliate. What's going on? Yo, Kesey. I see you, sir. Anything else you want to bring to the table, sir, before we sign off, man? Because I think we kind of touched on some cool things today, man. Talk about the health and talking about life and talk about a little bit of sports. That's what we're gonna do. Life and sports, man. That's what we're gonna do when we come on this show, man. And anybody else that want to be a guest on the show, just want to, interact with us, just let us know, man. We'll set it up and bring you in and put the link in. We could have did it today, but we just me and him interacted with us today, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Anything else you want to bless the people with, man, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. If you dabble in the stock market, don't touch it. Don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't panic and don't feed into the frenzy. What your boy doing is stock manipulation. You know what I'm saying? His actions cause a ripple in the stock market, and he know it. You know what I'm saying? So he's gerrymandering the stock market. He's doing stock manipulation. Don't touch stock. Don't touch it, man. If you got stocks in it, let it ride. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you know anything about the last 20 minutes of the movie Trading Places, that's what your boy's doing. He the modern day Duke boys. You know how they got the farm report and
Right.
they went heavy on pork bellies or oranges. I forgot which one it was. You know what I'm saying? Try to manipulate the sale of it. That's what Trump doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't gonna be no oversight on him because then he disbanded the SEC. SEC is a watchdog for insider trading and whatnot. So unless you got an inside scoop, you down with old boy, don't touch it.
Got you. When you say "oh boy," who you talking about, sir?
Talking about the commander in chief.
Okay, do you want to give him the Jamie Foxx Award for this week, sir?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man.
Anybody else?
Cause
We could put
yeah, man.
multiple people on the Jamie Foxx Award, man.
Put give him a Jamie Foxx award and put anybody support this foolishness. A lot of y'all don't know, but the House just passed the SAVE Act. If you don't know what the SAVE Act is, go ahead and Google it. The SAVE Act is if your birth certificate doesn't match your driver's license, you can't vote.
Whoa.
So you got to get a passport, and a passport takes 8 weeks to process. So if you wait till election day and they tell you can't vote because they probably won't tell you, they probably just gonna throw your vote out. You know what I'm saying? After the election. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna need a passport. Now this hits the women more than men because most women vote Democrat. You know what I'm saying? So this is their way of taking your vote away. So if you're a woman and you got married and your name is different, like my wife, she had to change her birth certificate doesn't match her driver's license because she got married and she took her husband's name. You have to go get a passport, and right now they're like $200. So if you plan on voting in the midterms or local election anytime soon, and you married and your birth certificate changed, go get your passport.
Got you. So let's get that dude at the supporters of the Jamie Foxx Award, man, for real.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you.
Don't get on the Jamie Foxx Award list. Hint, Ms. Mocha Bella, because you will get that award. You know what I mean? I want to give a special shout out to my cousin Sheila, man. Mama Dog Stewart in the building, man. She had her birthday on the 9th, man. Shout out to her. Yeah, happy birthday, cuzzo. Twin, her and her sister Sharon. And you know, today is my sister BB's birthday, man. Show love to her.
Happy birthday, BB. Happy birthday.
Oh, back,
I want to know if I'm following BB on Facebook. I gotta send her a big old birthday cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do what you got to do, sir. Do what you got to do.
What's her
Also,
favorite cake? Great. She like strawberry, yellow, chocolate cake. What kind of cake she like?
I don't know, man. If I didn't, I wouldn't even tell you, sir.
Come on, my nigga.
Hey, special prayers and to you and your family, Jungle. You know, rest in peace, Uncle Mike. You know what I mean? And I'm still trying to get that that voicemail. I don't know how to do it. I was trying to do it. I know it's a way I could forward you that voicemail because I think
You got to
you'll
convert it. You got to
okay.
convert it to great. You got to convert it to MP4.
Okay.
Or no, convert it to MP3. Right now, probably on whatever it is. You got to convert it to MP3, and all you got to do is go on Google how to convert something into MP3, and it'll
Okay.
walk you right through.
Got you. So rest in peace, Uncle Mike, and shout out to you and your family, man. I hope during these times, man, the Lord continue to comfort you and your
Thank you.
family. You know, big time prayers to Chiz Roundtree family, you know, and the Built for This Network family, man. Chiz was great dude, man. Great show, great companionship with DJ Mad Knox. So we continue saying prayers to Knox and the team for Built for This Network and Chiz family, man, for real. So Knox, you know, anytime you need to speak to us or anything, man, we got your back. You know what I mean? And special prayers to DJ Bruce family, man. He passed away, I believe, last week or this weekend, man. Poetic gave us the information, man. And so HSM, man, they lost a good one. So we sending prayers out to that family, man, for real, man. We all have to stay prayed up, man. Stay prayed up and take it one day at a time. Don't do too much. Just do what you can do and like Knox always said, protect your energy, man, and find peace, man. Protect your energy and find peace, man. It's your boy DGratest from South Central, Jungle Brother. Chop it up live here, man. We thank y'all, and we gonna sign out, man. We love y'all, and we get with y'all when we get with y'all. Peace.